Hi, I'm John Carroll, author of Personally Branded You, a step-by-step guide to finding meaning in everyday life. There are some really interesting phrases being bandied around at the moment. Phrases like work-life balance and I don't live to work, I work to live. What do they actually mean? Take work-life balance. If we're going to split the concept of work from the concept of life, does that mean that we now believe that when we're at work we're not alive? I know that's splitting hairs a little, but really there's a very serious issue underlying all of this. In 2010, the Conference Board in the United States undertook research that showed that some 45% of American workers were dissatisfied with their working life. In the UK, PM Online magazine in May of this year, 2011, reported that the CIBD quarterly index showed that 24%, almost a quarter, of British employees at that point in time were actively looking for other work. In Australia, the situation is even worse. The Seek Satisfaction and Motivation study in 2009 showed that only 23% of Australian employees were happy and satisfied in their working lives. And the trend is getting worse across the developed world. People are getting less and less satisfied with their working lives, and therefore with their lives in general, because we spend the majority of our waking hours at work. For the last 25 years, I've been working in the area of brand marketing and advertising, and more recently in business consultancy and people development, running training courses and coaching and seminars and speaking, particularly around the topic of my program that I developed called 3 Steps to Brand You. It's the basis for this book, Personally Branded You. Personally Branded You is structured as a guided workshop manual. Readers get to work through a series of exercises that guide them through a step-by-step process to working out what their personal brand is actually about. The process goes through 3 stages. The first stage is purpose. The second stage is perception. And the third stage is promotion. At the purpose level, the reader will work through a series of what can be fairly intense emotional exercises that take them deep inside themselves to work out what it really is that gives them a feeling of meaning, a sense of satisfaction with their life, a sense of value. Then it looks at it from the other point of view. If that's the meaning that the individual feels in their life, how does that give value to other people? That is really where our true sense of meaning and purpose comes from. It comes from feeling that we're valued, that we're wanted, that we're worthwhile. The second step, once people have worked out what their life purpose is, what it is that gives them meaning, the second step is to work on what perceptions people have about themselves right now, currently, and what perceptions they believe other people have about them currently. And then to work out what perceptions they believe they need to have about themselves and what perceptions other people need to have about them in order for the reader to live out their life purpose. Very often there's a lot of discrepancy between the way people see themselves and their life purpose and the way other people see an individual and the way that individual sees themselves. And the idea of this section of the book is to get some congruency between those things. The idea with all of this is that no person can work in isolation. We all need other people. So it's really important that the perceptions that we develop within ourselves are projected the same way to the perceptions we give to other people about the sort of person we are and the value that we can deliver. The third step in this process is promotion. Promotion is looking at how people can best project the image and the identity that they've developed for themselves to other people. How do we do that? How do we let other people know what it is that we're about? A lot of people believe that that is what branding is, that branding is about promoting ourselves, about developing an image and a look. But in reality, it's not. Any competent brand manager will tell you that branding is more about developing the foundations of a personality and a character that delivers value to the consumer. And our personal brands are no different. We need to have a strong foundation, a strong sense of self, a strong sense of our meaning and our purpose. We need to have perceptions within ourselves that we are able and capable of delivering value. Then we can promote accurately a sense to other people of what that value is, so that they can support us in living out that life purpose that we've discovered. Nothing has given me more satisfaction in my life than receiving so many reports and so much feedback from the people who've attended my workshops who say that it has changed their life. I give some examples in my book Proposal of that. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. I think the time for this book has come. The levels of dissatisfaction in the workplace are enormous. They are so huge. People are searching for more meaning. This book is aimed at ordinary, everyday people. It's not aimed at trying to get people to achieve whatever they believe they can achieve. There are a lot of books already doing that. There are a lot of books on personal branding that are showing people how they can develop a massive profile online and therefore develop a very profitable business. Personally Branded You is not about that. Personally Branded You talks to the ordinary, everyday person and shows them how they can develop meaning in their life and develop a brand that is nurtured and supported not only by themselves but by those around them. This book's time has come. It needs to be published. I'd like to thank Hay House for the opportunity of presenting this to you, and I hope to meet you all face to face very soon.